In 2025, the South African government has earmarked 250 million rand to integrate sport into the school curriculum, in addition to the 143 million earmarked for the promotion of sport, to the 40 million for community projects, and the 78 million for equipping schools and clubs. This funding reinforces the framework adopted in December 2024, guaranteeing a legal basis for equality in sport.
When I look at 2023, and if I was someone new to women's sport, I would think, what a lucky packet year for women's sport, and women in sport are so fortunate. And then I speak to the likes of G Sport Hall of Fame inductee Blanche Moyler, who's been doing this for 40 years, and she's like, it's about time. It's about time we do this for the youth. So I think it's been a fantastic year. The challenge now with Siwe is, how do we build momentum on the successes gained and ensure that in the next couple of years, when more World Cups are hosted in this country, that it's fully commercialized and that women's sport does turn fully professional.
In women's rugby, the South African Rugby Union is launching the Women's Super League in 2025 with 150 professional players, following the example set by the Bulls Daisies, who have signed 35. In football, the Hollywood Bet Super League is expanding to 16 teams and will be broadcast on the South African Broadcasting Corporation. This league, supported by the state, ensures the structuring and visibility of talent.
The story of women's sports in South Africa is a story of resilience. It's a story of battles fought on and off the field. And it's a story of gallant women who have had to prove themselves over and over again, who are having to fight for resources, to get vitamins, to get medical care. They're having to fight for these resources. And actually, the respect they deserve requires us to do more.
However, this dynamic is still rare on the continent. Nigeria, the three-time reigning African champion, does not have yet a law on equality in sport. In Côte d'Ivoire, women's clubs suffer from a lack of infrastructure, and in Senegal, training efforts are not yet accompanied by consistent financial support. Morocco is making progress, but there are still marked differences between regions.
We need to choose to invest in the future of women athletes. We've got to provide them with opportunities and the resources they need, and they really so deserve. We need to challenge the status quo. We've got to push the boundaries. We've got to do more and demand more for ourselves. Many of us here have daughters. Many of us have children who are girls who will not be funded unless the status quo changes.
Globally, women's sport generated $2.35 billion in 2025, including $820 million for football. In Africa, women's basketball has more than 450,000 registered licenses. In March 2025, a public-private forum in South Africa led to a 22% increase in the funding for netball. These figures show that a clear political commitment can transform women's sport into a lever for economic and social development.